Howdy, friends. I'm going to try to make a quick video. I've got some books that I wanted to show. I got a little book haul, and I also got a package, a little book mail from Paul over at Geeks Love Dogs. It was very nice to send me some books. I know what you're saying. You're like, but Brian, you just did that video talking about collecting and how you were going to slow your roll on buying books for a while. You're right. I did do that and say that, yes. But also, it was Father's Day. And so I was allowed to go to the bookstore. I did limit the amount. So it is a smaller haul. That's it. That right there. So that's not a lot for me. I'm being good. Also, I recently got rid of a ton of books. I sent books to other booktubers. I sold some on eBay. I took some in for trade credit, which is where I got these. These were all got with credit from a store I like. And then also Virgil at Literally Books sent me 2 books. One of them, I'll start off, Pin, obviously. We've been doing we have been doing with Chris from Liminal Spaces, Virgil from Literally Books, and myself have been doing a book cult where we discuss a horror book every month. And if you want to watch our first 2 videos, they are over on Literally Books channel. I'll link them below. But the first book, we just did a deep dive on Pin. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. And Virgil was nice enough to send me that. He also sent me All Heads Turn When the Hunt Goes by John Ferris, because that is going to be the 3rd book we discuss. And he had 2 copies, so he was nice enough to send that my way. Jeez, Brian. Amateur hour over here. I don't even know how to hold up books properly anymore. All right. So then here's some random stuff I got from the store. So picked up this one, Midnight Sins by Ellen Hall. I have no idea what this is, but I like the cover and it was cheap. And yeah, there you go. And then I also grabbed Derelict by Robert L. Havorka Jr. because it said, in space there is no escape from the horror. And I'm pretty much going to grab anything space and horror. Any sci-fi horror, I want it. And it looks like this is your typical, they find an abandoned spaceship and they, like a ghost ship, and they go on it and scary stuff. So that sounds awesome. I also found this one, Signpost to Terror by Gretchen Spragg. A ruthless criminal stalks a young girl on a lonely mountain trail. I grabbed it immediately. That sounds great. I love hiking, wilderness type stuff and horror, and I think this might be young adult, but I can't remember why I think that. But yeah, looks cool. I grabbed one of the Ravenloft books. I've seen these online and never found one in person. I believe Ravenloft is like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, but I think these are all standalone books that are kind of like gothic horror novels, and I've always liked the vibe. So yeah, found this for like a couple bucks, $2 of credit. I picked it up, so that's cool. I got Alf by Charles Eric Maine. There wasn't even one man left. And you got all these ladies down here. This one just kind of cracked me up. I guess it's like a society of women who bring a man back. They like create a man. And then they're like, there's no telling what this strange creature might do. I don't know. That just amused me. So I grabbed it. These were in the bargain section, 10 cents a piece. The Warlord number 5 and 6. This is an action adventure, like I think post-apocalyptic series that I've always wanted to grab. So yeah, 2 of them, 10 cents a piece. Snagged those. I grabbed this Kate Wilhelm Timescape, Margaret and I, because of Chris from Liminal Spaces did videos on Kate Wilhelm, and she sounded really cool. And I'd never seen a Kate Wilhelm out and about, so I grabbed that. This one I was pretty excited about. There are a lot of like George R. R. Martin haters on BookTube, and I don't get it. Like, yeah, he hasn't finished his book. Get over it. I read all of the Game of Thrones books, and I loved them. And you know what? And if he doesn't write another one, I'm okay with it because I enjoyed the journey. Thank you, George. And you know what else? I've enjoyed all of the science fiction books I've read from George. They've been great. I've read one of his short story collections, The Night Flyers, and I read the one that I can never think of the name of, but I read it like a month or two ago, and it was great. But I've always wanted to read his horror novel, Fever Dream, and I found this like original paperback copy for like no money. And this is about vampires on like the Mississippi River on like a steamboat, and that sounds super cool. So I grabbed that. I grabbed The Fifth Angel, whatever that is, because by David Wiltz, just because it says this explosive novel that reads like First Blood in the City. I was like, oh, cool. Rambo in the city. I'm there. And then I found a Richard Lehman UK printing. Oh no. My light went out. What the heck? Oh, there we go. I found a Richard Lehman UK printing of Savage, and Savage is one that I've always wanted to read by Lehman. It's a chunker, and I know that this month is like reading in rumps, and I really wanted to get to a Lehman, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen. But yeah, this one is supposed to be about like Jack the Ripper or something. So yeah, I was excited to find that. And the last one I picked up was this, oh my God, what is wrong with my little light? Jeez Louise, are we just gonna keep doing that in this whole video? The White Angel by E.B. Cross. American ninja Sam Bourne. He strikes fast, he strikes deadly, and now he's sent to kill. So that sounds amazing, but then if you look at the back, what? Oh man, that's such good art. And apparently it's about like, the men she recruited to run her Amazon empire of drugs called her the White Angel. They call her the most dangerous woman in the world. So Sam Bourne, this guy, is sent to kill this badass babe. So that looks amazing. It does. You can't argue because it does. All right. And then I got this box from Paul at Geeks Love Dogs. And if there's an edit there, it's because I accidentally showed off Paul's address. So I'll cut that out so I don't dox Paul. All right, opening it up because that's the BookTube rules, right? He posted a video and he was like, tell me what books from this you want, Brian. And I picked some, so I think I know what these will be, unless he threw in something that's a surprise. But yeah, even if he didn't, my God, why don't my scissors, this is why I don't like opening this. Last time I opened it beforehand and then just didn't look inside. All right. But yeah, very nice of him to send me anything. I really appreciate it. If you don't know the Geeks Love Dogs channel, you should go check it out. I'll link it below. He sent me a little postcard from Rochester, New York. Very nice. I've never been to Rochester. And he sent me, oh, no way. See, this is a surprise already. I don't even know this series. Monsterville. All right. I know a lot about 90s middle grade horror, and I don't recognize this one. I'm stoked. Thank you, Paul. That's awesome. Ooh, no way. He sent me some Dinotopia books. Dude, I've always wanted to get into Dinotopia. I'm not even joking. I've always been interested in Dinotopia, and I didn't have any of them. Ooh, and these are written by Scott Siensen. No way. I'm going to have to look up, like, how many of these there are and where they start. And you guys want me to read some Dinotopia? I will. I'll dive right in. I'll dive right in there. And he sent me, Casino Royale. I've actually never read an actual Ian Fleming James Bond novel, so maybe now I can remedy that. Thank you. And oh man, are people just gonna send? So Virgil at Literally Books sent me a dinosaur, and now Paul has sent me a dinosaur. I'm okay with it. I'll be the dinosaur guy. I was like, maybe I can set him somewhere that he's just in the screen, but I don't have anything to put him on. Where you can still see him. And there's some fun stickers. Thank you, Paul, for the stickers. Very cool. And then what else have we got? All right, I think these are the ones I knew. Nope. I didn't know he was sending me this one. Richard Avery, The Expendables. I have been wanting to get my hands on this series. This is book number 3. Yeah, these look awesome. I think Jeff from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books talked about this series a while back. Hopefully I'm correct on that. Yeah, he also sent me 2 of the Dresden File books, book 1 and book 2, which is perfect because I've always wanted to read these. I've heard from a couple people that I would enjoy them, and I just haven't. So good to have 1 and 2. I'll get into those at some point in time. And these are ones that I asked for from his haul. I can't believe he sent me these. That was so nice of him. Yeah, 2 Tanith Lee books, Vazcor, Son of Vazcor, and Quest for the White Witch. Yeah, these are in the Birthgrave series, and I think there's like one more. Yeah, very cool. Thank you. That's so cool. Tanith Lees are hard to find these days. And then this is the one that I was, in his video, he was like, tell me what you want. And I was like, can I ask for that one or is it too big? But he sent me the Great Book of Amber. So this has got like all 10 books in Zelazny's Amber Chronicles. So this is awesome. Thank you so much, buddy, for sending me that. You are too nice. And now I'll have to send him something, which it's funny because I had set aside 4 or 5 books to send to him, and he posted his latest like 2-part book haul, and there were like 4 books that I'd set aside to send to him that he had just bought, and I was like, God, come on, man. I'll have to figure something out. I'll send you some stuff, but yeah, that's it. Just checking in with a quick little haul. Again, there's not going to be more of these until Pulp Fest in August probably, but yeah, just thought I'd check in and show you some cool stuff. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.